Bitcoin managed to break the 53K resistance, continuing to higher high on the weekly time frame. The hype around an ETF approval pushed the price and helped the move. Now we are having Bitcoin sucking dominance from altcoins. So will this hype help Bitcoin to break the all-time high by the end of the year, or the monthly equilibrium is still the most likely scenario? And also, will altcoins recover from their dominance? All of this in today's episode. Welcome to Satoshi Snack. My name is Marco from Mind the Chart, and every day I offer here a quick crypto market recap you don't want to miss. So we're launching a social media cryptocurrency app called Satoshi Snack. Check the description down below because we are about to launch the application on iOS and Android as well. So now let's check some charts. Bitcoin is climbing on rumors that the SEC will approve the Bitcoin ETF in 2 weeks. So the price of Bitcoin is skyrocketing, and some of that is about the imminent approval of the Bitcoin ETF by the SEC. So the cryptocurrency industry has longed for the approval of a Bitcoin ETF in the US, and the expectation is that when the blessing of the SEC is finally achieved, it will lead to a wave of institutional money flowing into the cryptocurrency market, pushing Bitcoin's price higher. At the moment, at least 13 high-profile companies have asked the SEC to launch their Bitcoin ETF and are currently awaiting a response. An ETF expert says that one is likely to eventually be approved on October 18th. So the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF is the one currently slated to expire on October 18th. A future ETF will allow investors to buy stocks that represent futures contracts, as you know. So rather than the digital asset itself. So it's not a spot market based ETF, but is a ETF on futures. So baked with futures contracts, paper based. Much of the US Bitcoin futures actions occurs on the CME now, which has seen a growing interest in futures contracts as institutional investors show more interest in the cryptocurrency world. So the return of CME futures premium suggests a Q4 Bitcoin bull run. As Bitcoin hit 55,000 yesterday, CME's futures premium hit highs not seen since April. This could suggest a fourth quarter bull run for Bitcoin. So CME's annualized based on the previous month contract its highs not seen since April. So actually CME's annualized premium on the prior month contract has risen to values untouched since April. So the CME is the world's largest financial derivatives exchange, trading a variety of assets along with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency and commodities such as energy and metals and indices, equities and whatever. So in this type of trading, you don't actually have to own Bitcoin. You just need to get the futures contract. So the premium of these contracts appear to have recently risen to levels not seen since April, as we said. Currently, the value is around 8%, 12%, while the period from May until today, they have remained around 3 to 5%. High premiums like this show that there is a strong demand among institutional investors to build long exposure on Bitcoin. This shows there is a bullish sentiment in the market right now due to the hype of the ETF coming. So also we got a positive open interest growth, although not necessarily driven of a price increase, but it's something to consider, this open interest increasing. Bitcoin dominance though increases as altcoins underperform. So Bitcoin rose above 55K and the highest level in nearly 5 months, and the cryptocurrency has risen about 8% in the past 24 hours. Analysts have indicated that renewed bullish sentiments ahead of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) the decision on a Bitcoin ETF could occur in the coming weeks. So this will actually put more spotlight on Bitcoin and let the Bitcoin dominance goes higher in correlation with Bitcoin, as we said before. So the Bitcoin dominance ratio, which measures Bitcoin's market capitalization relative to the total market capitalization of cryptocurrency rose to around 44%, from a low of around 40% last month. So the rise in dominance ratio reflects Bitcoin's recent outperformance versus altcoins, and a trend some analysts predict will continue this quarter. So as long we have this hype and news on Bitcoin, the spotlight will be on Bitcoin, so the Bitcoin dominance goes down. So we have to see if, when Bitcoin goes sideways, if the Bitcoin dominance goes back and the altcoins dominance goes back. And then we have also Shiba Inu sucking liquidity from the market, because there is these rumors that in August Robinhood released its earnings, which was its first earnings publication as a publicly traded company, and documents show that cryptocurrency made up more than half of these transactions. So someone was speculating that Robinhood might have a Shiba Inu added, and Robinhood might be buying actually Shiba Inu from the open market, because it cannot buy from actually the the founder of Shiba Inu gave 50% to Vitalik Buterin, and the other 50% put on Uniswap. So now it's not possible to buy Shiba Inu on the OTC market. So maybe Robinhood is buying on the open market, and actually some retailers is following it up. So that's what is happening. So that's all for the news. Let's go back on the chart. So on the chart, what we're seeing on the monthly is still we are getting closer and closer to the all-time high, 65,000 resistance, but we can still have this equilibrium pattern. If something happened before breaking the 65, we can find a monthly top still, but the possibility of the equilibrium are decreasing now, because we are getting closer to the resistance of the all-time high on the monthly. So we gotta watch closely here, because what happened here, if people are entering because of this news of the ETF approval, you got the insiders first, then you have the traders, and then you have the newbies entering on the news. So once the newbies are entering on the news, on the actual news, there are no more buyers. So that could be a climax, as we saw as the IPO on Coinbase. So what we're seeing now is the price going higher with the expectation. So buy the rumors, and they might sell the news. I'm not saying it's going to be true, but if this is going to happen before we break the all-time high, we still can see the equilibrium going. If we can manage to drive the price towards the all-time highs before the news, and then break the all-time highs, and then having the news released, maybe we can break all-time highs, and then we will buy on the dip. So that's what's going to happen on the monthly. Also on the weekly time frame, why the most likely scenario was the equilibrium and not the higher high, because we retraced more than 0.5% on the Fibonacci, and 9 to 10 this move is followed by an equilibrium. But in this case, because we have this hypo ETF, we broke in a higher high. So now we have a weekly higher high here and continuation. So now the resistance is between 55 and 60,000. So we will see now if this is the case. We can break actually through, or we're going to stop here going sideways for a while and let the altcoins catch up with the dominance. So that's what I want to see. If Bitcoin starts to go sideways here for a couple of days or more, a week, we might see altcoins recovering some of their dominance versus Bitcoin. So that's important. And by the way, anything we find above this level, 39,000, is going to be an higher low now. So that's what I'm watching, and we still have this resistance to watch. We can go and touch here 56,000, and also is our first daily monthly top on the 70 RSI. So to watch 56,000 almost ish. So this is the resistance I'm watching right now. 57,532 is this trend line at resistance, it might be, and then we have this other support here. So we might be following this channel now. So let's check if the price is going to go back or it's going to break an all-time high. So important now, the price action we are watching. This is the daily though. So on the daily time frame, actually we are seeing a move on higher high without consolidation. The last higher low was here at 46,900, which is not enough pivot point for me to consider that an higher low. So this move is a total continuation move, literally without consolidation. So we have to maybe touch this point here on the channel, and maybe we will have our daily higher low where bulls will enter for sure in the first 1 hour RSI and scaling down, you know, probably in the first oversold condition they will enter in order to get the move they didn't got, because you know it wasn't that easy. We came from a China FUD with continuing lower highs and weakness to a total bull move. So this is surely hype for because of the ETF approval. There is no other way another move like that will happen without something, you know, without Bitcoin knowing something is going to happen. So that's what I'm watching, guys. So regarding the altcoins, we gotta wait. There are a lot of equilibriums ready to break one way or another, but I think if Bitcoin can go sideways for a while, we can see some bull break on this equilibrium. So Bitcoin dominance, as you see, this is the altcoin dominance, broke bearish as we said the other day. Bitcoin dominance breaking bullish. So now are correlating. Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin are correlated right now. So what we gotta see here is actually an higher low on the dominance and the higher low on Bitcoin, and in that way altcoins can catch up. That's what I'm watching. So that's all for today's, guys. So let's check back tomorrow, and see you tomorrow, and subscribe to the channel. Bye.